I opened my UHT milk, took a sip of it, and it was vile. Nearly puked up. I started driving out towards the Llyn Peninsula and then just saw the mountains in the distance and then just kept going. Haven't seen these kind of gates for a while. Wow. Okay, it's Thursday the 29th of June. I finally left that lovely campsite near Harlock. The weather window is just like a day really, and like the top of the 1,000-meter peaks around here we're going to be shrouded in cloud and there's a bit of rain due. And you know, I've run some of these peaks, the things I want to do, I've done them in the rain. I want to do them in clear weather, and the forecast has given like rain on and off today, heavy rain tomorrow, and then kind of showers for the rest of the next few days. So I started driving out towards the Llyn Peninsula and then just saw the mountains in the distance and then just kept going, and then stopped in a lay-by, had a quick look at the maps again, realised I'd passed the Rhinog, so I couldn't really go there without turning around and going back again. And then just decided, okay, I'll come to Beddgelert. There's a car park which I've managed to get into easily on the edge of the village, and yeah, from the edge of the car park you can go up Moel Hebog, which is 782 meters. So it'll be another good kind of short up and down couple of hours sort of thing. I can sort of fast hike up and run back down, just give my legs a bit more of a workout. And then I'm thinking of trying to book in. I'll probably try and sort of stick around this area roughly for the weekend, and then try and book myself onto that campsite that I talked about, Llyn Gwynant, because I can do one of my runs and a couple of things I want to do, like the Cribgoch and the redo path, I think it is, near the Watkins path, from that campsite. And what I can do there, I've checked on the website, I can book in to camp there in a tent and just leave my van parked up. So I'm probably going to do that for like 3 days or something, but I'm going to wait till the weekend's gone because it's just going to be so busy and a lot of pictures are unavailable. So I'll check that out in a bit. I need to sort of stock up on a few provisions, so I'm going to have a little leisurely walk around Beddgelert, probably have a coffee somewhere. I've just paid £6 for a ticket here, which seems a bit mad considering I've been paying £10 a night to camp. But it means I've got time to have a leisurely look around the town and then, you know, go up Moel Hebog and not feel as though I've got to rush back for 4 hours, because that's what keeps happening. So you can have 4 hours for £3, or till midnight for £6. So that's what I decided to do. I'm not sure where I'm going to stay tonight yet. I'm going to worry about that when I come back. The kind of free spots are a bit difficult to get hold of around here, but I might go and have a look at a couple, but I'll sort that out when I come back. I've got loads of time because I've bought myself a ticket till midnight, so I'll work that out later. So let's nip into town. I need to get milk. I've realised that I had some UHT milk in the fridge for about 3 weeks, and because my fridge only runs when the engine's running, unless I use it on gas, which I'm not doing, yeah, it's not actually cooling stuff. I use it as a big cool box really. And yeah, I opened my UHT milk, took a sip of it, and it was vile. Nearly puked up. So yeah, I just need to stock up, and I'll take you with me up Moel Hebog. I was just trying to work out where the path splits, because one is the redo path and Moel Hebog goes left here, as it says on this, but it looked like there was another turn off just before, but I know I'm on the right track now. I just had to take an important phone call, so my phone is really low on battery, so I might just take some images from the top, maybe a couple on the way down. But it is a lovely day. It looks like the weather's holding off for now. Looks as though it could get a bit wet up on the very high peaks. We're going up to 782, so hopefully we'll be below the weather, and this should only take a few hours. Right, let's get going. That's Snowdon. Quick up. Looking back towards the coast. We're up here. There's a cairn there. It's quite difficult to distinguish some of this path. You kind of get your eye in a bit, but a couple of times I've just stopped and I've just been looking around and I've noticed a cairn, and that's the only way I've kind of quickly identified where I'm supposed to be going. There's quite a lot of scrambling on this as well. Quite a lot of this. I've just come into this area of like loose stuff, which is quite difficult to go along. Haven't done much running, to be honest, but it's absolutely beautiful today. Right, I've decided to stash the poles because this has got a bit more serious now. The path just kind of has petered out and it's not obvious which way to go. I think it's here, up through there and up to the top there. There's no obvious path here. If I go a bit higher I might pick something up, but I've stashed the poles and I'm just gonna have to be really careful here. I saw another person about half an hour ago who turned round shortly after a gate. I haven't seen anyone else up here, so I'm on my own. I don't want to have an accident. I don't end up having called rescue out or anything. I'll keep an eye on the weather. The weather seems to be alright at the moment, but it would be quite tricky to navigate my way back down through this if the cloud came down. Right, I'm going to be very careful from here. Yes, so the route actually picks its way up this line, sort of zigzag of scurry. It's really steep in places and very loose. There's a cairn there, so there's another one there. Yeah, it's pretty serious mountain stuff. It's all loose and not easy to navigate, so I'm going to be really careful, and I'm not going to hang around long once I get to the top either. We're nearly at the top. The guy in the shop in Beddgelert said that there are a couple of false summits, so this might be the first of a couple, but I know I'm near the top now, so I just ease off a little bit. There's a tricky loose section in the middle. Other than that, there's quite a lot of scrambling, but it's not too bad otherwise. But you need to have a bit of mountain skills. Yeah, so that was the second full summit. I think this might be the summit. So look. Okay, there's the tree point. This is the top. Looks like a hell of a view. So that in front's the whole of the Llyn Peninsula. It's incredible. It's a trig point. That's Snowdon. You can see the paths just below the top. That's looking back south. The caravan site I was staying at the last 4 days is just down here. What a view! This is just incredible up here. It's one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen. Look at it. Oh my god. These views of the coast are just beautiful. Look at that. I didn't realise you'd be able to see the whole of the Llyn Peninsula from here. Stay very long up here, just 5 minutes or so. It does look as though there's a descent route down to the south. I've come up I said like it's kind of like northeast. It's quite serious in places, and I mean I have to be really careful going down. There's no one else up here. It's obviously not a hugely So I've route down, follows this kind of ridge down there, and down through all this scree down here, and back along this kind of ridge, and then down to that farm, back to Beddgelert. Section of really kind of rough rock here, just before you hit the really loose scree stuff. Well, you're kind of like 50 meters into the easy stuff, and then it gets a bit harder and a bit scarier. This is probably the most technical section. You have to just pick your way through it. So it's later the same day. I've ended up in a campsite. It's about 5 miles west of Beddgelert on the Carnarvon Road, and it is I'm kind of due west of the summit of Snowdon, and from my window, well, it's covered in cloud at the moment, but I'm just looking straight up at Snowdon, and you can see the railway station at the top, and I think the summit is just out of sight, but yeah, it's £19 a night to stay here. But I just sort of resigned myself to having to pay, you know, somewhere around that kind of mark to be in this area for a few days. So I've paid for 2 days, 2 nights. Tonight, well, I think tomorrow it's forecast to be rainy. Then Saturday and Sunday it's going to be sunny, sort of light cloud and sunny, which means A, it'll be busy, but B, I could probably tick off all the things I want to do. What I could do is pay to stay here another couple of nights, and I'm planning to go up the Redu path up to the summit, and then if the weather's good, I can drop down and come back up Crib Goch, and then maybe the second day I could drop back down to or go up to the Ibble Valley, and then go up Tryfan and go up onto the Carnids, and I might try and do that on the last day and kind of head out, either to try and find a free spot or just head out of Snowdonia after I've done that, and start heading north towards the lakes. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I mean, if it's really rainy tomorrow and I can't get anything done, it'll be fine. I'll just treat it as a rest day, and I'll do little jobs in the van. I'm in a weird spot here. It's sort of, there's a really lovely camping area down by the banks of a reservoir. It's quite busy down there. There's probably about kind of 25-30 tents down there, and then at this end you can't take vans there. You can park in a car park, but it's just like a gravel car park. It could be anywhere in the country, but at least here I'm kind of, my habitation door opens onto a bank, and looking out my left window and where I sleep, I'm looking straight up onto Snowdon, so it's quite you know, it's a lovely view. So yeah, so I feel a bit tired. Had a bit of a snooze this afternoon, just eating a load of food, and had a little walk down to the reservoir. So I'm going to chill. I did try and read last night, but some silly bugger, there was a family with kind of like, they're either like late teenagers or kids in their early 20s still with their family, who one of them came up and decided to make phone calls right next to my van from about 10:15 to, in the end, at 11:15, I actually went out and said, "Excuse me, would you mind taking your phone call somewhere else? I'm trying to get to sleep." I was trying to read. It's one of the rare opportunities I had to read this book I've got by Walter Murch about film editing. So I didn't want to be the grumpy old man, but it was a bit of a piss take. I couldn't concentrate on what I was trying to do, because all I could hear was some kid talking to his mates. But anyway, so tonight, I could do a bit of reading and just catch up on sleep. My legs took a bit of a beating on that run today. It was only about sort of 5.5 miles, I think, in the end, but it was really steep. So if it is raining tomorrow, if I've got a day to rest my legs, that'll be good, and then I can do a longer day out, and then maybe on the last day do a really long day, maybe do a kind of 15-miler or something, which I haven't done for a while. But yeah, legs are feeling good. So I'll sign out for now, and these videos are going to be about a month behind, and it's just the way it's going to be. I've been for a drive today, and there was quite a great deal of sunshine today, My Ledger battery is completely fully charged now, so I could do a bit of video editing tomorrow. I might try and kind of like knock a few out and you know, put them up on YouTube with publishing dates, so they'll come out you know, a few days apart or something like that. But I would like to catch up with them at some point. But you know, I'm just having to kind of catch up and get up to speed really with all the things that have gone wrong with the van. There are quite a few things, little annoying things keep going wrong with the van. It's like my bathroom sink won't drain now, and I've tried putting some stuff to clear it out, and I think the pipe is pinched somewhere, and you know, I can't seem to quite get to the bottom of that, and just lots of little things keep going wrong. My phone didn't charge last night, and I was charging it up just before I went, you know, did my fast hike and my run up Moel Hebog, and my sister rang me with an urgent phone call just before I started. I was literally just about to turn my watch on to start running, and they ran my battery down to about 23% or something before I was just about to run up the mountain. So yeah, it's been a lot of kind of frustrations at the moment, but I'm gradually kind of nibbling away at all those frustrations and those jobs and getting things how I need them to be, and you know, I'm settling in quite well. But you know, it's never going to be easy living in a van. You know, it's great for, you know, I'm I'm here. Unfortunately, I just picked up an email about work, and it's just really fucking annoying. But I'm saving that till next week. But yeah. Anyway.